Hello student, welcome. Hopefully that you all are good and fine and enjoying the lecture also. Now let's move to our another topic. As I already told in the previous lectures, so many things that I told, that is tropism. We will start tropism, but one thing that I will left there, that is hydrotropism. Hydrotropism is one of the most important tropism. So here we will discuss about the hydrotropism and two experiment that I will give, and one experiment, in that one experiment will always come in, I think, the previous examination, in previous board examination. Chalo, now that is hydrotropism. Hydrotropism, as its name, hydro is equal to water. Hydro is equal to what? Water. Tropism is equal to stimulus. Tropism is equal to stimulus. It means the stimulus which are created or done by the water is called as what? Hydrotropism. Now, as I already told, suppose that this one is the soil, and above the surface of the soil, this one, this part is called root system, and this part is called shoot system. Root system and shoot system. There are two parts, that is root system and shoot system. So, yani the tropism which was done by the stimulus of water is called hydrotropism. Okay, it means the tropism which was done by water called hydrotropism. So this point is clear. Hydrotropism is clear, I think. Now, second thing is that if we see here, then suppose that in desert plant, in desert area, water are present in just under the ground. So the root will give positive hydrotropism, because the way of water that the root will be grow, and the shoot will give negative hydrotropism, because water is flow from this side and shoot will be from just opposite to the water. Okay, so the question will always ask that this one, in hydrotropism, shoot will give negative and the root will give positive. Clear? Now the most important part is here, that is experiments. First we will see the experiments. Experiment, first thing, when we will check the copies, okay, then maximum copies, the experiment that is here in hydrotropism will be not there in these copies. So the experiment, you have know the experiment very clearly. Some simple thing is that you saw a bean. Suppose that here a bean means just like a chana is a bean. Okay, suppose that you have a bean, it means chana, okay, and kept it for 1 day in a that cold, in left it. After 1 day you will saw that one outgrowth will be moved from this side and one outgrowth will be moved from this side. Okay, This is called as radical, which later form root system. This is called as plumule, which later form shoot system. This point should be clear. It means where the water where the present, radical will be moved from that side. Now come to the experiment. First you just think about the experiment, after that you told. Suppose that the aim of the experiment, aim or objective of the experiment is to prove hydrotropism. Prove that hydrotropism in the plant. Okay. Material required. What are the materials required? Now listen very carefully. 2 beaker, a tissue paper, bean, some bean, etc. Okay, these are the materials which we have required in this experiment. So come to the procedure or steps or theory. So not theory, that is only the procedure or the steps. Okay, first take a tissue paper. First I will show with the diagram, later that we will describe it. Take 2 beaker, one is from this side and next one is from this side. Okay, 2 beaker is there. Okay, suppose that this one is beaker number A and this one is beaker number B, suppose that. Okay, now in beaker number A we will put some water. In beaker number A we will put some water. Here we will put some water. Okay, and left beaker number beaker number B is empty. Okay, take a tissue paper that we will take and just wrap it and fold it in the U shape form. Okay, so if we will make it the U shape, so the structure like this. The structure is like this. Okay, this is the folding of the tissue paper. Okay, place 2 to 3 bean inside that. Place 2 to 3 beans. 2 to 3 beans inside that. And left it for 2 to 3 hours, or basically it will be left it for, if you have to observe the good result, left it for 48 hours. 48 hours left it. So after 48 hours, if you will observe, and simply you listen it very carefully. Here you saw water is there. Tissue paper have ability to absorb the water, but here the water is not there. Suppose that here the water concentration is higher, so it absorb, it means tissue paper have absorbed the water, so that water will be moved through this side. So the bean have absorbed the water, okay, and it form radical and plumule. So it form radical and plumule. After 48 hours, that I told you, after 48 hours it form radical and plumule. Okay, this point is clear. So after 48 hours, if we will saw that bean, okay, we will saw that Suppose that this one is a bean. One outgrowth will be from the upside. Suppose that this one. Suppose that this the structure of bean. One outgrowth will be goes from that side. It means bean side where the jar is empty, and second one will be grown from the that side where the jar will be in the water. Okay. So this is the plumule. Sorry, this is the radical. Sorry, this is the radical. This one is the plumule. Plumule later it will be changed into the shoot, and radical is later changed into the root system. Okay. So through this experiment we will prove that radical, it means root system, will give positive hydrotropism because it will be moved from that beaker where water is placed, and plumule, which later form the shoot system, will be moved from the another side where the empty one. So from this experiment you can easily prove that hydrotropism. This experiment is most important because in the 2019 question paper, set number B, question number 18, this question will become set number B. Okay, this question will. Okay, so this one more experiment that I will tell you. This is not an experiment. If you hear in the newspaper, one of the farmer have done this experiment. It can be very easy. Suppose that this is the soil. This is the experiment. Suppose that this one is the soil. Sorry, this one is the soil. Okay. So here the farmer have dug, and here he will placed a pot. Okay. Inside the pot there are so many holes are present. Okay, so many holes are present. Here it will be kept some plant. It will be kept some plants. Okay. Through this pot, in this pot will kept water. Okay. So through this pore the water will be removed or absorbed by the soil. Here the soil is present. The absorbed by the soil. Here the soil is present. So all the water which was removed from the pore of that pot is absorbed by the soil. Okay. If we later after 1 week or 2 weeks, we will saw that the root, this plant root will be moved from that side, from where the water will become move from that side. Okay. So through this experiment also, this experiment is basically a newly one experiment, because in maximum books it will be not there. In maximum book this experiment will be not there. This also it will not there, but this one is a newly one. You cannot find in any book. So if you write this one, then it will be very beneficial for your exams. So here you will see that the root will be moved from where the water will become. So the root will give the positive response, any positive hydrotropism, but the shoot will give the negative hydrotropism. So there are two experiments of hydrotropism. Okay. So in that, this one is clear, this one is also clear. Okay. Now next one. Thigmotropism. Next one is thigmotropism. Let's see. Thigmotropism. Thigmotropism. Thigmo means touch. Thigmo means touch. Thigmo is equal to touch. Tropism means stimulus or movement. Okay, stimulus or movement. So first thing, just listen very carefully. First thing is that when we saw one climbing plant, when we saw one climber, okay, suppose that any climbing plant like money plant or any climbers that you know, okay, suppose that this one is soil, okay. So if we will kept here one climber plant, so the stem of the climber plant is very smooth, so it cannot be straight. So we will give some support. Here is support, okay. Later we will see what that this climber plant have moved towards the support, or this climber plant have moved toward the support, or okay, move toward the support, or it will be, the leaf will be modified into tendrils. This is the tendrils. Leaf, that leaf will be modified into tendrils, and tendrils will be just attached to the support and rounded very coyly, okay. So it will be become straight. So this is called as thigmo. The thigmo means touch response. So where the climbers want to touch, it will be take place, okay. So this one is the thigmotropism, okay. So the tropism is overall completed. Tropism means that is phototropism, that you know, okay. Phototropism experiment will be important. Hydrotropism, chemotropism, geotropism, thigmotropism. Thigmotropism basically is not in your course, but here you will just know it, what is that, because tendrils, this tendrils, suppose sometime tendrils is given in the example. Tendrils, you can give the example of tendrils also in many, okay. Now next one, so these are the some tropism. Next, an important one, that is nastic movement. So first thing is that what is nastic movement, okay. You saw that Mimosa pudica, that is chui mui or touch me not plant. Whenever that we will touch, or that wind will blow, or some water droplets will be on their leaf, it will be just shrink. Okay. First example. Second example is very just easy one, that is sunflower. If you saw sunflower, okay, sunflower have follow the direction of the sun, first thing. Second thing is that whenever the sun will set, it will become downward, okay. So the nastic movement is based on that two example, because that two example is most important, okay. Now come to this one. First we will know about some points about the nastic movement. Nastic movement is growth independent, not dependent, that is growth independent. Here in tropism, that is growth dependent, it means here the growth will be present, growth will be there, but here not even a growth is, not a single growth will be present, first thing. Second one, Here the stimulus will become from one direction, but here stimulus will become from different direction. It means they are unidirectional, they are multi-directional. Okay, so growth independent, multi-directional, these 2 points are clear. Now come to the next one. Nestic movements are of two types. Number one, direct, that we will write down, Nistonestic movement. Nistonestic movement. Second one is seismonestic movement. Seismonestic movement is also called as sleep movement or wake sleep movement. Why it is called? Later we will told. Okay. Now the first one is nistonestic movement. The best example is Mimosa pudica. Mimosa pudica is a botanical name of touch me not plant. Okay. Now come to the next one. Okay. Now see here. The first one is nistonestic movement. Nistonestic movement. The main thing is nistonestic movement is example. Example is Mimosa pudica, commonly called as touch me not, or in Hindi it is called as chui mui. Okay, so Mimosa pudica or touch me not or chui mui. Okay, clear. Now come to the next one. In touch me not plant, you saw that when we will touch or the stimulus, external stimulus will become, then it will be just shrink. Okay, so here the nistonestic movement is there because the direction, first thing is that the growth independent, because no growth is there, because when we will touch no growth is there. Stimulus will become from multi-directional because so that one leaf. Okay, when we touch a single leaf, suppose that this is the leaf, suppose when we will touch the single leaf, so the single leaf will be just shrink, but all the part of the leaf, okay, all the branched leaf are become shrink. So these are multi-directional, it means multi-directional. So this one is a nistonestic movement. Second one is seismonestic movement. It is also called as sleep movement, but later that I will told that why it is called as, because in that seismonestic movement you will know about the sleep movement. Why it is called? Just take it. Example is sunflower. In our school, one prayer is there, like a sunflower that follows every movement of the sun. So same example is here. We just follow that the prayer line, same here. Like a sunflower follows every movement of the sun. It means in seismonestic, the sunflower will be follow the direction of stimulus which was given by the sun. Okay, it means stimulus was given by sun. Okay, so this one I think you are clear. Why it is called sleep movement or sleep or wake movement? When the sun will rise, okay, that sunflower is also just open. Okay, when the sun will set, then it also become set. Okay, so it is that sunflower will always follow the direction or the stimulus given by the sun, because when it was rise it was open, when it was just set it was down. Okay, so these are some points about the nestic movement and the nestic movement, nistonestic and seismonestic movement. So here plant related topic are completed, but from here after that animals means us. Okay, our topic will be started, and the most importance question will become from this. Okay, now we will follow that. Suppose here we will discuss about the hormones. First we will know about the hormones, after that we will know about the gland, because some points are there. First you see, in class 8th chapter number 9 last second heading or last heading is that hormones. There you will know about the pituitary gland, thyroid gland, so many endocrine gland that you know. So basically you will know maximum thing there, but here so many things will be elaborated. So come to that. Hormones. So first question in your mind, that is, what is hormone? What is hormone? So hormones are chemical substance. Hormones are chemical substance. Hormones are chemical substance which regulate our body metabolism. Hormones are chemical substance which regulate our body metabolism yani throughout the life. First thing, its work is very slow, okay, but its effect is prolonged time. Second thing, okay, so this is the hormone, help in metabolism. Okay, hormone are present in a packet like structure, which was called as gland. Okay, hormone are present in a packet like structure is called as what? Gland. But here some glands are there. Suppose that here is a gland in first chapter in nutrition, in class 10th first chapter, that is nutrition. Here is salivary gland, here is salivary gland, here is salivary gland, and here is. Suppose that here is a gland, okay, it secretes saliva in our buccal cavity. So the question is arise, how it was just secrete the saliva, because the gland is here. So it has, suppose that gland is here, okay, so one pipe is there, that pipe is called as duct. That pipe is called as what? Duct. First thing is clear. So here one gland is present where duct is present, that is okay. Second thing, here is a thyroid gland, H shape or butterfly shape. Thyroid gland is present here, and it secrete hormone directly here because it does not want any duct. So from this way, glands are of two types. One is what? That duct is present. Second is that duct is absent. So here we will basically the gland will be two types, but here I will told you three types. Come to this one. Gland are of three type here, that is little bit. First one is ductless gland. Second one is ductful gland, and third one is that gland in which some part is ductless and some part is ductful. It means mixed gland. Okay, the 3 point is clear. So the gland in which the duct is absent is called endocrine gland. Endocrine gland, and this endocrine gland is in your syllabus. Endocrine gland is in your syllabus, not this gland. This gland is called exocrine gland. Exocrine gland is not in your syllabus. Mixed gland, or it is also called as heterocrine gland. This one is also in syllabus. Only this one is exocrine gland is not in your syllabus. When you are just sitting in the competitive examination, then maximum question will become in exocrine gland. So from here, endocrine gland and heterocrine gland we will know. Okay. Now some gland of endocrine and heterocrine. Now see here. First thing, some example, you know, endocrine gland. Endocrine gland. What are the glands in your syllabus? First to know about that gland. After that I'm going to tell you about all the gland particularly. Okay. The first gland is pituitary gland. Pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is also called as master of gland. Master of gland. Second, pituitary gland is clear. Second, thyroid gland. Second point is there. Third, pituitary, thyroid, adrenal gland. Adrenal gland. Okay, adrenal gland. This one is most important gland. Okay, because the question in maximum competitive exam, the question will be arise from adrenal gland. Okay, the fourth one. Now come to the fourth one. The fourth one is basically they are gonads. Gonads. In gonads there are two, testis and ovary. So these are some glands, these are some endocrine glands is in our syllabus, in 10th syllabus. Okay, there are so many glands are also present, which later we will discuss. There's just like hypothalamus gland, okay, parathyroid gland, pineal gland. That is some gland which will become in the competitive examination, that I will also told you. But first we will cover these gland. Okay, one heterocrine gland. Only one heterocrine gland. One heterocrine gland is in your syllabus, that is pancreas. Okay, pancreas. First thing, and one question also that I will give you. Pancreas you will know about in the nutrition chapter, that is digestive system. Okay, you have already know about the pancreas. First thing. Second thing is that I will give you one question, just listen very carefully. Which cell, because each one is the heterocrine gland, and you all know that pancreas secrete pancreatic juice, it means enzyme. So how it was secrete hormone? Because one gland secrete only one thing, or whether it was hormone or enzyme. So which part of the pancreas, question is that which part of the pancreas release enzyme and which part is release hormone? This is the question.